Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been long since I spoke to you from this location here, and today I've decided to check on you and how are you doing? It's a Sunday afternoon and it's been raining, cats and dogs. This is in Kenya. Guys, we are experiencing rains. It's raining. But thank God I went to church. Did you go to church? Welcome to this channel. If you didn't, I'm sure you streamed online, and if not, it's okay. As long as you acknowledge that there's a superior being that gives us life, that is all that matters. And you worship that God at your own time, or that superior being. So I want to encourage you guys to believe in God, because He is everything. He is everything, guys. And today, I decided to speak to you about something interesting, guys. Hey, have you ever sat and thought about how lonely people get at times when they are single? And yes, it's a topic that is rarely discussed, and people don't want to discuss about some of these things because we all want to portray like we are very comfortable in our singlehood, or like we don't want to be known that we are single, or sometimes we don't even want to be known that we are going through a tough situation when we are alone. I mean, not married. That's what I mean. And sometimes things happen to human beings, like you can lose a spouse and you are unable to decide if you're gonna go back to the dating arena, if I should say. I did not say dating site, I said dating arena. And and dating site is a place that you can go and get somebody that you can maybe speak to or see, or even looking for a friend. It's not a sin to get somebody from there. And that's why I'm here talking about loneliness, guys, because you can be lonely, but there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. So are you alone, but are you lonely? You may be alone, but you're not lonely. And that is what we are discussing here, guys. We are called Never Age TV. So if you haven't subscribed, please go there and subscribe to this channel, Never Age TV. It's a channel that discusses issues of life. And this is an issue of life because most of the times we have these things happening to us in this life. You can be single any minute, and you can be widowed, or you can be made a widower. These are things of God, and why don't we want to discuss them? But when you are in that kind of a situation, are you lonely? Do you get lonely at times, or do you sit and ask yourself, am I qualified to go back to seeing somebody or looking for somebody? Because it's a matter of looking. It's a matter of looking, guys. There's nowhere where you go and get somebody and speak to that person and tell them, hey, can I be your friend, or can I be your spouse, or can I be your lover? You have to go and search. And I'm getting to know that, hey, what they say in Swahili, uwaja ni chafu. Uwaja, do they say uwaja ni chafu or soko ni chafu? They say something like that. So that means it's not easy out there. That's what they say. So do you go out there to look for somebody at your age? Or sometimes it's not even about bereavement. It's about sometimes maybe a divorce. If you are divorced at a certain age, or at a certain point, let's even talk about a certain point in life. If you are divorced, are you do you qualify? Do you qualify to go back to the field of searching for somebody, or looking for somebody? And where is this field? Where do you go? Where do you get somebody? This is why we are here, guys, to tell you the truth, because some people will never want to discuss this topic. That's why we are here. And I want to tell you that in this life, the days that God keeps you in this world, in this life, you shouldn't waste 1 minute of your time being unhappy. I know the situation is difficult, and you may say, hey, what are you talking about? The way life is, these things are very difficult, because it's hard to get somebody out there. I have seen even young people who are not even getting spouses, and they are young and beautiful, because it's like There are no people to marry others. Oh, there are no men to marry women. Beautiful girls are out there and they are not married yet. And they are of age. So you can imagine that one who is bereaved and that one who has been divorced, her thinking of going out there to look for love. How possible would that be? And maybe this person has got children. Maybe this person has got, baggage. How possible is that? It's a very difficult topic to venture into or to discuss, but it's a topic worth discussing. This is because there's something called loneliness, and loneliness leads to depression, and depression leads to low self-esteem. And all these things are sicknesses. They are bad for your health, they are bad for you. They shouldn't come near you. You shouldn't be suffering of depression. You shouldn't suffer depression. You shouldn't even suffer loneliness and low self-esteem. So what do you do about it? Okay. First of all, today's topic is about that one who is divorced or widowed. You know? That one. That one is the one we are discussing here today. And I know we have tackled this point at this topic at some point, which we did not go deep. But today I want us to discuss this and ask ourselves, what is happening and what is good to do? What is the right thing to do? If this thing happens to you, you who has been in a marriage, you who has been living with somebody, who has been living with people, and all of a sudden, the person you have been calling my person goes away or divorces you, or whatever happens, and you are alone, and you are 30 or you are 40 or you are 50. What are you supposed to do? Or even 60? What are you supposed to do? Because you are still in good shape and your body is still very, very functional. It's still functioning the right way. Your mind is active. And here you are alone. Guys, it becomes very hard. But what do you do? I'm not bringing this topic because I know the solution. But we are just gonna drop down in the comment section and raise this topic and discuss it and see what we can do. But I want to say something. I want to say that surely there is no way you can tell yourself everything is over because of an eventuality. You cannot stop living life. You have to continue living life. And how do you live life? How do you live life? Where do you go get this special person? Some of us, we who are born again, because I am, we go to churches, and in our churches organize singles dinners most of the times. Like the church that I go to, there are always announcements about singles dinners that the church organizes, so that you who is single and you who is single and of a certain age, and who would maybe want to mingle, you can always attend these dinners and conferences, and there you can get somebody, because when walking out there, you'll not tell who is single and who is married. But there, when you meet, you will greet each other. Oh, brother in Christ, sister in Christ. And I didn't know you are single. And you're like, oh, what do you do? Who are you? How long have you been single? And all that. So these things happen. And later, we hear announcements in church about people getting married, and we hear so and so is getting married, only to know and understand that these people got their spouses in church. So for those churches that do not have these singles meetings, can you please start organizing them for your brethren, for your congregations, for your congregants, so that they meet up in church? Sometimes you are born again, you cannot go to the bar, you cannot go to those places that people go and meet. And sometimes you are restricted because you feel, oh, if my fellow Christians see me in such and such a place, what will they think? But there, when there's that announcement, you will be surprised because people flock there. And there are so many single people. Let me tell you guys, don't you ever sit there and think you are single and that it is only you. There are many single people out there. And when you go out there, that is when you meet them and you get to know, oh. And if you have prayed and asked God for a spouse, you may end up getting somebody in these meetings. You may end up getting somebody there. So churches organize these meetings for the singles. There are also other places that you can go and look for a partner. And these are the dating sites. If you feel like you can fit there, you can enroll yourself in the dating sites. I don't know them. I've never been there. But you can enroll yourself there and maybe get to meet somebody there. I don't know how good they are. I don't know who registers there. I don't know who enrolls there. But there you can meet somebody to speak to. Because I am somebody on the internet and I see these things and I know that is where people go also. I also want to say that in functions like weddings and get-togethers, you dress well. You girl, dress well, dress decently. I don't mean dressing well is exposing the whole of your body and walking out there showing your nice curves and all that, but dress well and decently and step out there with a hawk eye. Don't close your eyes when you are walking out there. Open your eyes and see who is looking at you, who is looking at this beautiful woman, and get not to wear that very serious look. Wink if he winks at you, and if she winks at you, because you can also be a man and you are looking. Yes, wink and greet and smile. And surely in these places you can have had testimonies about people who got their spouses from weddings, functions and organizations where people meet. Then in job meetings, like in the boardroom meetings, you know, you could be working in that company and you are there looking very nice. You are secretary, you are receptionist, you are anyone, a HR in that company, but you are single. But the seriousness of your job just writes itself on the face, and nobody can ever try to approach you because they see a very serious person. And I want to tell you that drop that. Smile with people. Smile with people. There may be single people there. There may be people who admire you, but because of your rank and position, they fear to give you an approach. And when you smile with them, you can maybe, get somebody speaking to you. And there you get to see somebody who will love you and whom you can love also. I've had situations where very senior people have had relations with, if I say this, I mean no offense, with drivers. And I don't mean a driver is not the right person to date or to love. But a senior lady has met a driver who compliments her so well, and you end up finding that these people have loved each other and they are doing so well, and they don't even care what people say because they are happy. When you are happy with your spouse, you don't care what people say. And suppose this person was wearing that, that look on the face, like I cannot talk to my junior. This driver may be a junior, but he could make a husband material. And everybody needs somebody, guys. So you need to soften up, wear a smile, and look and be approachable. Don't be unapproachable, and you will get to to meet somebody. I also want to talk about what other gatherings can you meet people. I talked about the church. I talked about gatherings like weddings and board meetings, and I talked about occasions and family gatherings, even family gatherings. Invite friends when you are going for family gatherings. Invite friends so that they come. And even when people are bereaved before the burial, people visit those homes. And when people are visiting, maybe you are visiting with a friend whose aunt has died, or whose uncle has, or your father or mother, and you are there in that home, and you are single, and people are coming from different corners to just come and condole with the family. I think it is always good to always open your eyes, because it is good to do that. I don't want to tell people that you cannot get somebody from a bar. You can get somebody from a bar or a club. Those people who go to those places, open your eyes, because that is where you go. Don't feel embarrassed. Open your eyes. I know most people go there, and everybody goes there, by the way. Not everybody, but most people go there, and most singles go there because they hope maybe to get somebody there. And it is all right, as long as you are sure that that's the place you want to get your spouse from. I've had cases of people who say, oh, okay, I'm divorcing this lady because I found her in a bar and she was there hunting for other men, and then I got her. But you are also there. What were you doing there? So it depends on where you want to be found and where you want to find a spouse or a lover. So if that's where you want to go and search, and God gives you somebody from there, you can always, you know, rise up and clean yourselves up and move on and agree that we'll never mention things that we did or where we found each other, and we are never going to refer to that, because what matters is that we found each other and we are moving on, and that we love each other. So go to these places in general. Go anywhere. Don't lock yourself in the house to be lonely, to be depressed, to have self-esteem because you cannot step out there because you feel, oh, but now what? Step out there. And time does not wait for any man. So if you are 30, time does not wait for you. You'll soon be 40. If you are 40, time does not wait for you. You will soon be 50. And if you are 50, you are heading to 60. If you are 60, you are heading to 70 and all that. And there's no particular age that you cannot get somebody. At whatever age you can get somebody. So step out there and look. That's the secret. That's the secret. And if you know any other avenue that you can use to help our brothers and sisters here, drop down in the comment section and tell us, and let's talk. Let's talk there and tell us where else can you get a spouse or somebody to speak to, or a lover, or even a husband or a wife. Where else can you look? Where else can you look? Because people have to be told where to go. But mine is to tell people, get out of those couches, comfortable couches. Keep down the remote. This one, keep it down. Put it down there. Step out there. Shower and look nice and smell nice. Smell nice. And make sure your breath is okay. And smile to people and talk to them. And you're going to get somebody in life. Do not ever die lonely, because people are there who are single. People are there who are looking. Yes, you will get somebody out there. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to encourage you and tell you it is all right. It is okay. Something may have happened, and I want to say, Paul, yes, it happened, but then you have to move on. You have to move on. And the time is now. Sorry that it happened, but you just have to step out. Do not waste any much time. And how much is the waiting time between that time that you are supposed to be in there until the time you step out? That one we discussed in another video. We never came to a conclusion, because different traditions have different time limits that they have set for their people. And you may be seen out there and they say, hey, this one has just walked out very soon. Is she already searching, or is he already searching? And then somebody will be seen in a man's house, and then people are going to say, what? This man got married a week after he buried the wife. So it depends on traditions and customs, and it depends on how fast you can move on. And if you have never been married, you are searching and you have searched for 40 years and you have never found that special person. You are still in that gap, in that basket. Age gap, not age gap. Yeah, you're still there in that group of searchers. Not that you lost somebody, but you have never found one. Do not ever feel embarrassed to step out there and look. Yes, because somebody is waiting for you out there. It is you who was taking it so lightly, and time is going. And the next minute you looked at your biological clock, you found out that it has moved. Step out and don't even feel embarrassed, and look for that person in those areas that we have suggested, and suggest more in the comment section so that people can get help. So guys, this is Never Age TV. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.